Hey guys, what is up, everyone? What is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome to my Saturday Night Live with me, Nikki P. I wanted to come on because, number one, I always come on in the evening times to say what's up to you guys and see how your days went. And number two, because I am really having a lot of growth here on Facebook, and I wanted to shout out some other creators that I'm friends with that I think you guys would enjoy following their content as well. Yeah, that's right, bitches. I don't forget where I came from. All right, I've been clawing my way up from the bottom to the top ever since I started the social media journey. I'm a consistent queen. I go live. I post multiple forms of content every single day. And bitch, I'm kicking ass and taking names right now. We hit 173,000 followers today. And I just looked at my reels, and yesterday we had a reel hit 7.1 million views. Are y'all motherfucking kidding me? 7.1 million views? Damn. That's gonna pay good. So I'm just like really stunned. The bitch is too stunned to speak. All right, I'm clutching my pearls and cackling, and I'm all just fucking tripping. Okay, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe how much growth I have seen on Facebook in the last 30 days. In the last 2.5 to 3 weeks, I have gained 17,951 followers in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks. Do you guys understand that some people post on social media their whole life before they gain 17,000 followers? I have never experienced growth like this online, well, since TikTok days, okay? So if you're somebody who is trying to get your social media journey started and you're not on Facebook right now, utilizing this platform, you're wasting your time. Get in where you fit in. There's enough people on the internet for us all to have millions of followers. Okay, there's no competition. We're all different, and we all have something fresh and new and exciting to bring to the table. I mean, look at me. I'm just a yapper, and y'all love the fuck out of me. So if I can yap on the internet and get a following, then that means you can too. So bitch, you better start yapping. Yes, yap about what you're passionate about, and watch your whole life change before your eyes. So I wanted to shout out my friend Tim Snow. Me and Tim met over on YouTube back in 2017, I want to say, maybe 2018. Tim makes content about prison. His channel is called Texas Prison Stories. He did prison time in the Texas Department of Corrections. His whole channel and his whole mission and message is to teach people about the dangers of drug use, about committing crimes that are like telling you and teaching you not to do these things, because he doesn't want you to make the same mistake that he did. He went to prison behind, I think, I'm pretty sure drugs and some other bullshit, and he's just a really stand-up dude. He has a channel on YouTube with almost 100,000 subscribers on it. It's called Texas Prison Stories. I tagged him in the title of this video. Go follow Tim Snow. That's him here on Facebook. He makes content here on Facebook. He goes live here on Facebook. He posts reels here on Facebook. He's a really funny ass dude, and he's one of my really good friends, and he's always supported me on my social media journey. So I wanted to shout him out and tell you guys to go give him a follow. Also, I wanted to shout out my baby sister, Christine. My baby sister, Christine DeMeo, she is a musician. She is just starting to really post on social media regularly. And she just hit 1,500 subscribers over on YouTube. And so I wanted to shout her out and let all of you guys know. So I'm going to tag them both in the comment section. That's at Tim Snow and at Christine DeMeo. Oh, not Shamika. At Christine. There we go. There you go. Okay. But when I tell you guys, like, I always bring you guys good people to follow. Okay? Real, regular, schmegular people like us. You know what I mean? People like us who have worked hard to get to where we're at. That's what I'm about. You will never see me on my platform promoting people that have unobtainable ideas, or they are like making their life look perfect, because that's just not my vibe, bitch. I'm not perfect, okay? I'm barely making it. Okay, we're gonna barely make it together. Okay, bitch. We're gonna barely make it together. I'm pushing myself every single day to be a better version of myself than I was the day before, you know? And so I'm never gonna promote people to you guys on social media that are living some perfect fucking story fucking time life, because that's just not real life. And also, I think it's not responsible to promote a lifestyle to people that is unobtainable for the majority. You know what I mean? And so I will share with you guys my struggles. I will share with you guys my triumphs, and you guys will watch me as I go through life navigating things. You know what I'm saying? I've worked really hard to get to where I'm at, y'all. This didn't happen for me overnight. I've been busting my ass making videos for 7 years. 7 years I've been making content on social media. And you know, if you ask a lot of people, they tell you my content is shit. They would tell you that I ain't worth a dime. But I never gave up. And so if you're someone who is wanting to start your social media journey, please, please, please don't give up. Please, you got to try. You got to start now. It's worth it. My life is literally changing before my eyes, you guys. I cannot believe it. I mean, I haven't had a video hit 7 million views, I don't think, my whole career. And yesterday, my video hit 7.1 million views. That's crazy. And so, if you're not posting on social media, you are doing yourself a disservice. If you have a business and you're not promoting your small business on social media, you are wasting your time. If you're a musician and you want people to know about your music and you're not making music on social media, you're wasting your time. If you are a recovery coach, a personal trainer, a health coach, a digital marketer, a addiction specialist, and you are not making content online, you are wasting your time. This is where everyone is at. Facebook Reels, TikTok Reels, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, live streams. This is where everyone is at. Get in where you fit in and let's fucking go. Okay? We're going to hit 200,000 followers, you guys. 2 months. In 2 months, at the rate that we're going right now, I'll be at 200K. What? I've worked my whole career for this. I have worked my whole career for this. What is happening right now in real life, in real time? My videos are being seen by 10 million people. Okay? Like, anyway, I'm freaking out a little bit. Hi, everybody. My name's Nicole Freakout Marie Pludre. I'm a person in long-term recovery. I've been sober for 9.5 years, and I used to shoot methamphetamine, cocaine, oxys, and I used to pop Xanaxes like they were going out of fucking style. And now I make content about addiction recovery in hopes that I'll inspire somebody else to change their lives. I also like talking about content creation, media marketing on social media, because I'm really fucking good at it, and it's something that gets me excited too. So, I'm never trying to boast or brag about my success. I'm trying to show you guys that even a regular person like myself, if you stay consistent and you want something bad enough, that you can do it. I am just, like I said, I don't think you guys understand how long I've been making content. I have been making videos since 2017, consistently online. I have been working so hard to get my message out there, and it's finally being seen by people. In all those years, I was trying to make my content to be like other people's, or like not copy people's content, but like I thought mine wasn't good enough, right? All those years, it was just, what was good enough is just being myself. Just being myself. And that's what people like. You guys like me to just be me, my crazy, unregulated, emotionally unregulated, hyperactive ADHD self. And y'all love it. And I have been trying to hide that for so many years. I was always trying to be like, have it together. And who would have thought that not having it together would have my people follow me, you know? So I love going live. I love being myself. I love being emotional. I love sharing with you guys with things that make me happy and get me excited. And I love helping people find recovery. I get so much joy out of helping people and inspiring people. It helps me stay sober every single day. Today I was talking to a lady whose son is like 20 years old, and he's like really been struggling with his mental health and like a little bit of addiction. Like for the most part, it's more mental health than it is substance use. And today I was talking to her and I got really emotional because I was talking to her about, you know, how the healthcare system is failing people like her son, because we have so many systems to help people that struggle with addiction. And then we have so many systems to help people that struggle with mental illness, but we really don't have like a happy medium that works both in tandem, hand in hand with mental health and addiction, to where people can really get the full spectrum of care. And so what ends up happening is you have people that go into treatment that is like a substance use treatment, but it's dual diagnosis, right? And they're getting treatment for their substance use, but their mental health isn't getting treated as well as it needs to be, you know? And so I was talking to this lady on the phone trying to help her find her son help. And I got really just kind of frustrated and emotional. And I was trying to tell her, like, in a perfect world, this is exactly what needs to happen. Your son needs one-on-one therapy. He needs to be able to see a therapist at least 2 times a month, if you could, every week, you know? And then he also needs medication to help with his anxiety, but not forever. And like, it's just like so many people are struggling to find help for their loved ones because of the healthcare system and the way the United States has things set up. People are struggling because you have to have insurance, you have to have money. And then when people try to find good treatment with their insurance, then their insurance doesn't want to cover this kind of treatment, or this doesn't fit in this. And it's just such it's so hard for somebody like myself who's trying to help somebody find resources, because it's like every time I try to do it and I try to find people care and a perfect fit for them, it's like there's some new hurdle that we have to jump over. You know, it's very, very overwhelming. But anyways, I was just really feeling like kind of like stuck for a minute there, you know, and I was thinking about how would I handle things if it was my own son who was struggling and needed help. I would go to the ends of the earth to find my son the best treatment. And I would pay out of pocket no matter what the price was. I'd sell my left coochie lip to get my son into good treatment if I had to. You know what I mean? And so I just can imagine how many people who have people in their lives that are struggling with addiction and they don't know how to help them, and it's so hard, you know? And then there's another side of things where, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of the times when we want to get help for our loved ones aren't at that point yet where they're ready to accept help, you know? And so then it's kind of stressful there as well, because we have to kind of sit back and allow our loved ones to be where they're going to be at, so that way they can get the help that they need. They have to go through like a period where we have to kind of back off, you know, and let them hurt themselves and fail, and then they're willing to get help, you know? On recovery, I love your videos because you talk about the real struggle of addiction. Hey, Patricia, thank you, baby. I'm watching you all the way from Mexico. Oh my God, I love it. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, tell everybody in Mexico I said hello, and that I'm jealous of you guys because the food is so good. My mom is Mexican. Her first language was Spanish. She actually had to learn how to speak English when she was in grade school. The nuns used to slap her hand with a ruler if she would say words in Spanish. And that's how she learned to speak English, was by being corrected in Catholic school. You're doing a great job. Noe has it completely together, and no one is perfect. You're so smart and not out of a book, but by experience. Keep being you. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. I really, really do. Yeah, I'm really, really excited though, you guys. And that's why I've been trying to work extra hard here on Facebook at going live extra and connecting with you guys multiple times a day, because it means a lot to me that you guys are here and following my journey. I'm a person in recovery as well. My major challenges that I'm facing right now as a person in recovery, it's not really any challenges to do with my addiction or recovery, but more so my challenges are with being a mom. My little boy is 10. He'll be 11 in July. And I've been working really, really hard. I love social media and I love being online, but I feel like it also is very, very unhealthy for our children. And so I'm working really hard with my son, trying to find a happy medium for him with that, When you and your sister, this is my mom, you guys, Gina. When you and your sister were going through it, your dad and I had to be your mental health advocates. We had to learn more about your disorders, which were multiple. Our healthcare leaves so much to be desired. That's my mom, you guys. And so if you ever have questions or you ever see my mom in a comment section, just comment to her, because she will respond usually. When she's on Facebook, she'll respond back. But as you can see, when her and my dad were trying to help me and my sister, they are not mental health professionals, but my mom and dad had to become mental health professionals in order to advocate for me and my sister to get proper care, because otherwise they were just trying to throw my sister in a psych ward, and they were just trying to put me in and out of these different treatment centers that were not really helping me at all, And so when you love somebody, especially if you have your child is struggling with substance use, study everything you can, connect with other people that are like myself who have been through it before, that you can listen to their experience, and try to learn everything you can about addiction and the brain and how substances affect the brain. That's one thing that I've recently been learning in the last 2 years. And it's helped me so much to give myself a lot more grace and understanding, because I never realized how powerful the substances that I was using were and how much damage they really were doing to my brain and my body. I'm really actually fortunate, you guys, that I can speak sentences and sit here and talk to y'all. It's crazy. Like, I'm honestly can't believe I can form sentences. I do anything to make sure my kids don't have to live the life I lived. Exactly. Also, going to be honest, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out here that watch your videos, and hearing you talk shows people that yes, the struggle is real and active addiction, but recovery is also hard. Yes, it is absolutely. Absolutely. Recovery is not easy. It is hard work. Your videos help me understand addiction. My adult son is in addiction, not yet ready to get help. I feel helpless. I fear getting that call all parents dread. Hey, Lulu, I am praying for you and your son. And honestly, the best thing that you can do for your son is just always try to meet him with compassion and understanding. Always let him know that you love him, and that when he's ready, you're there to support him while he's out there and not ready to get help yet. What I would be doing if I were you is I would be researching all the different avenues for help that he can receive when he's ready to accept them. For example, if you know your son doesn't have health coverage or health insurance, I would be working to find out what coverage he does have, if it's Medicaid, state insurance, if he's still on your insurance, and what programs would be covered if and when he's ever ready to get help. I would be looking up different resources for therapy, telehealth, residential treatment, detox, and I would have like a little notepad of these resources ready because there's going to be a day that comes where he's going to be like, I can't do this anymore. I need help. And when that day comes, you have to be locked and loaded as a parent. Okay. Because that window of time that somebody is ready to change their life, it's this big. And if you miss it, they're on to the next, right? So when somebody says, okay, that's it, I'm ready, you have to be ready to pivot on a dime. Oh, you're ready? Go grab them, put them in your car, and take them to where they need to go. You know what I mean? Or whatever the plan is. So you have to be ready, strike while that motherfucking iron's hot. Because if you don't, you'll miss the opportunity. Hey, Ernest, I'm sorry, baby. Thank you for making time for us people that watch your videos to feel like someone understands us, because a lot of us, unfortunately, don't have family that understand the struggle. People that have never been there. And, oh, I understand that judgment. Yes. I have one other quick question. Do you know around about how long it would usually take to overcome the loss of someone that you really loved? Oh, Lord, lost love. I've lost many people in my days in the love category. I'll tell you a story time. Y'all ready? Okay, so this is years before I met my husband, so don't get your panties in a wad. But years and years and years before I met my husband, actually, when I was 16 years old, about 15 or 16 years old, I fell in love with a guy named Robert Dark. He was my first love. I dated him from I want to say I was like 9th or 10th grade, all the way till I graduated high school, and then like a year out of high school. I was so in love with him. I thought we were going to get married. He got me a promise ring. He was my first, you know what I mean? Okay. And, yeah, I thought we were going to be together forever. Well, my addiction had started to really take a hold of my life after I graduated high school. And so I started to become very promiscuous, and I cheated on him, and he found out. And he had had enough because, one, I cheated on him, and two, my addiction was taking control. And he was not somebody who struggled with drug addiction. He did drugs, but he wasn't a drug addict. He didn't struggle with addiction. He could take it or leave it. He would get high on the weekends and then like work his full-time job, you know, like responsible people do. Not me. I didn't just get high on the weekends. I would get high all day, every day. I could not stop, balls to the wall. You know, when he was taking one ecstasy tab on the weekend to roll, I was taking 3 and standing in the corner going, with my teeth chattering and shit, looking crazy. So he broke up with me because I had cheated on him. And usually when he would break up with me, I could always get him back. So I was like, tried to do my thing and tried to manipulate him back into being back with me. But he's like, nope. And so that was it. He really meant it this time. He was not coming back to me, right? He was not going to be my boyfriend again. When I tell you guys, I cried for a year straight. I went every night. I would go to bed at night and I would cry. I had to buy body pillows to put one beside me on this side and one beside me on that side. I was staying the night at my friend Sonia's house all the time because I couldn't sleep by myself. And my addiction just got way out of control too at that time as well. But it took me a year of crying all the time to get over that lost love. You know what I mean? But it ended up being the best thing that happened because we weren't a good match anyway. It was just a, you know, young love thing. But at the time, I didn't think I was ever going to get over it. And it felt like I would never heal. So it took me about a year. Now, if you're talking about losing people that struggled with addiction and them passing away, that's a different story. And I got a story for you about that one as well. So in 2010, I moved to Little Rock, Arkansas because I paroled out of prison into a sober living facility here in Little Rock, Arkansas. I met a girl, her name was Ashley, and Ashley was young and beautiful. She was 17 years old, okay? And in 2010, I was, let me think, I was probably like almost 28 or 27 or something. In the year 2000, I was 18. So in 2010, I was 28. I was 28, okay? So Ashley was like 17 years old, and she was, first of all, she was really young, and I've met two girls that were like this in treatment in my years of going to treatment. Young girls. There was Ashley, and there was a girl named Andy. Andy, I'm still friends with here on Facebook to this day. She's sober, and she's doing good, and she has an amazing life today. But when I met her, she was just a baby. She was 16 years old in the rehab center. So Ashley was the same situation. She was 17 years old in the treatment center, but baby, let me just tell you, she had experience. She was an IV drug user, and she was addicted to heroin. Now, at that time, I hadn't really met anyone that was addicted to heroin. Ashley was from Arizona, and that's where, you know, because here in Arkansas, they didn't have heroin in Arkansas when I was getting high. It was pills. It was Oxycontin. And so when I met Ashley and she was telling me stories about doing heroin, it was fascinating to me. Well, we became really good friends. We ended up relapsing together, and then she went back to her hometown, and I stayed here in Little Rock getting high. About 5 years went by, 5-6 years, and I met my husband, and I got married to him. And then maybe even 10 years. No, it was like 7 years. Yeah, I met my husband, we got married, and Ashley found me on Facebook, and she was like, hey, you know, I really need help. I'm living with this guy. He's super abusive. I'm still addicted to heroin, and I want to change my life. Will you help me? Will you be like my recovery coach? No questions asked. Yes, I will help you. And so I was her recovery coach, her accountability partner, helping her get and stay sober. She was able to disconnect from heroin, but during the process of disconnecting to heroin, she became addicted to Imodium. I know what you're thinking. Imodium? You mean the diarrhea medication? Yes, that's what I mean. When taken in large quantities, Imodium works on the same receptors that opioids do, and it can provide an opiate-like high. But you have to take like 20 or 30 of these fucking Imodium pills, right? So she was very addicted to Imodium. She would buy the blister packs and pop them all out and take them. She was barely, like, do you understand how bad that is? It was literally making it to where she wouldn't poop for like 20 days, okay? But it was getting her high. So I was trying to help her get off the Imodium, right? Her family was very, very unsupportive. Her family was really, they were ashamed of her. One day I had gotten a message on my Instagram, and trigger warning because this is really fucked up, y'all. I got a message on my Instagram, and it was a picture of Ashley. It was from her Instagram account, and it was a picture of her neck, and there was these purple and red ligature marks all around her neck from her trying to hang herself. And I saw the picture, and everything in my being told me to call 911 and to report this to the authorities, okay? Because everything in me knows that when somebody attempts and they're showing you that they attempted, it's because it's a scream for help. I called her and I told her that I knew that she had attempted and that I was calling the law, that I was calling a welfare check. And she spent the next 30, 45 minutes on the phone begging me not to do it. Begging me. When I tell you, every judgment in me was telling me that I need to do it. But she talked me into not doing it. She talked me into not calling, and I didn't call. A week later, she hung herself, and she succeeded. If I had, and this is the truth, if I had called and she had gotten help, she would still be here. And I didn't call. I let her manipulate me, and I know better. I knew better. I knew better. I had been working with people at that point in my life for like 4 years. like helping people that struggle with addiction. So it wasn't like I was born yesterday. So now when people even remotely say something like that, if I know where you live or I can find out your coordinates, bitch, you're getting a welfare check, because ain't nobody motherfucking dying on my motherfucking watch. But yeah, she hung herself and she succeeded. I got a phone call one Wednesday morning from her parents. Or no, I went into my Facebook Messenger and I opened up my Facebook Messenger on a Wednesday morning on my way to work. And this is when 2020, I was still working for, Dr. B, but I was also working at Hallmark, and I was driving to Hallmark. I opened my Messenger and there was a message, and at the top of it said, by the time you read this, I'll already be gone. And I shut the message because I knew immediately that it was her. And I called her parents, and her dad was like, how do you know? And I said, please go check on Ashley. I think she's taken her life. And her dad hung up in my face. Well, come to find out, they had found her the night before. And she had sent that message to me before she did it, and then did it. And then I found it the next morning. If you've followed me for many years, you've heard this story. It's fucking tragic. But it's a sign, and it is a lesson that anytime anyone is telling you that they want to take their life, or they're showing, you got to take it seriously every single time, no matter what. So, losing my friend in that situation has stuck with me for years. I have never forgotten it. I will never forget it. I will tell her story until the day I die to anybody that's willing to listen. Because the main problem that Ashley had was she had no family support. Her family was ashamed of her addiction. And now she's no longer here. And imagine if she had just had people in her life who weren't ashamed and who tried to help her. She might still be here today. You know what I'm saying? And so getting over that loss and has been something that I don't even think I'm really over it. I mean, I honestly, when I think about her as still being alive. I guess that's a coping mechanism. But yeah, now I don't fuck around when it comes to people talking about taking their lives. If somebody says something like that to me, you are getting a welfare check. I don't care who you are. I don't care if I know you in real life, if you're from the fucking internet. I'm coming for your ass. My husband's snoring, y'all. Sorry. So anyway, that's that story. I've been in and out of love with the same guy I met when I was 17. He lied to me saying he wanted to be with me because he said he loved me. We just had another kid together, and he smokes weed, and I take mental health meds because I became paranoid schizophrenic, and he knew that, and now he says he doesn't love me, though I'm sober, and wants to try to take my kids from me, even though I've been sober for 6 years. Oh no. Why is he trying to take your kids? That's fucked up. Girl, you better kick rocks. Get that fool out of your life. You don't need his ass. I just want to drop in to say I really appreciate you and what you help people through. I've never been an addict, but I seem to be surrounded by loved ones that are listening to you really helps me understand a lot of things. I was clueless about it before. My fiance is in prison and has been an addict his whole adult life and fights to stay clean. I pray for him and my loved ones every day. I just want to say I'm thankful for you, and that's coming from a non-addict. Hey, thank you, Laura. I appreciate you, baby. Prison, been there, done that. I hope your fiance gets out soon. This dude's cutting logs over here, y'all. Hey, Neil. I hope that doesn't bother y'all too much because I don't have the heart to wake him up. But anyway, I think what we're gonna start doing, you guys. Hey Beth, how you doing, honey? Well, I think what I want to start doing, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comment section. I'll answer some questions while we're chatting here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a post here on Facebook, and I'm going to ask you guys for topic suggestions for the live streams going forward. So I'm going to, yeah, he's very comfortable. Neil. You guys, my husband's in recovery too. He's been sober since 2020. Before that, he had 5 years, and then he relapsed in 2020 for about a year, and then he got back on track. So he'll have 5 years again this December. And honestly, if he hadn't relapsed for that whole year, I wouldn't have made him start his time over, honestly. But he relapsed. It was quite a long relapse. A lot of people always ask me this: if you slip, you know, and you have like a one-time return to use, and you're honest about it, I don't really see why you would need to start your time all over again. But if you were like my husband and you went out for like a year, then I think it is kind of necessary, you know. But honestly, it's really up to you and how you want to do your recovery. I support anybody and their decisions, whatever works for you. You know what I mean? For me, I think I would need to be honest about it and start over, because I know how I am, and I be taking it. Somebody gives me an inch, I'll take a mile. You know what I'm saying? And I know that about myself, you know. Hey, Toddy, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. How long does it usually take to overcome? I'm going to message you about something I'm struggling with. Okay, Kelly, no problem, girl. I'm on MAT too, Beth. I'm a person that I'm in recovery on MAT. I have been for 9.5 years. I'm very proud of that fact. There's nothing nobody can say to me to shame me or make me feel different about it. Medication-assisted treatment, specifically Suboxone, saved my life, okay? I was what you would call a chronic relapser, okay? I had been in and out of treatment for 10 years trying to get sober through abstinent-only programs, and I did not find success in those programs.
Hey, Mom.
Yes, baby, what's
Can
that?
you put this back on?
Yes. I did not find success in those programs. It wasn't until I went to treatment in 2015 after Nate got taken away from me, that I was able to turn my life around and get sober and utilizing medication-assisted treatment. My son actually just kind of realized that I was on Suboxone. Remember that the other day, Nate, when we went to go pick up Dad's medication? And he even asked me, like, is that something that you take forever, Mom? And I explained to him, it can be, and it just depends. You know, it depends on what you need. And if you need it forever, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no reason to be ashamed of it. You know what I mean? Everybody is different. And if something helps you be better, like I'm a mom to my son. My son doesn't have to worry about me not showing up. He doesn't have to worry about me not picking him up from school. He doesn't have to worry about me being all messed up. I am there, huh, buddy? I'm there. I get up when he said, "Mom, I'm hungry. I need something to eat." Who gets food? Mama. When he wants a special activity or he wants to have a best friend over for a play date, who? Mama. So, is that good?
Let me see.
Did I get it? Oh, God bless it. How do I do it, buddy?
You're gonna have to I don't know. You're gonna have to
Damn Oculuses. I don't. Can you work it like that? I hope you can. Just do it. Okay. MAT is medication-assisted treatment, okay? So I was addicted to opioids, benzos, methamphetamine, and cocaine. Medication-assisted treatment is a medication used to help treat opiate use disorder. It's for people that struggle with heroin, fentanyl, pain pills, morphine, Dilaudid, Oxycontin, oxycodone, Norcos, that kind of thing. And so basically it's a medication replacement therapy. So I used to be addicted to opioids. Then they give me a medication that's a partial opioid agonist, and the opioids leave my system and this takes its place and fills the gap. What it does is it helps you with cravings. I don't think about wanting to use at all. I can't even remember the last time that I craved drugs, really. And also, if you're going through withdrawal, that withdrawal goes away. It makes that go away. And so it actually really did save my life. That's why I still stay on it, because it saved my life. yeah, I can work a full-time job. I am completely clear-minded. It doesn't fog my memory or make me feel fucked up or anything. Like, I'm just regular. Now, when I first started taking it, I was on 12 milligrams, which is a substantial dose. That's usually a dose for a person coming off of heroin is anywhere from like 24, usually about 24 milligrams, 16 to 24 milligrams. The max dose is 32 milligrams. Some pain management doctors will prescribe 40 milligrams, but most stop at 32 milligrams. I started out on 12 milligrams and I stayed at 12 milligrams for 4 years, and then I titrated all the way down, and now I'm on half of 1 milligram, a half a milligram, which is not a lot at all. I could basically just stop taking it, but I take it because it helps me stay safe. It makes me feel safe, you know? So it's like insurance policy on your sobriety. So if you're somebody that struggles with like relapsing all the time and you were addicted to opioids, it could literally save your life. That's what it did for me. No, a lot of places, is it expensive? No, a lot of states, if you have Medicaid or state insurance, it's paid for. But there are also grants for the medication, and also there's really affordable programs. Like I work for a program called Recovery Delivered, and with my name, Nicole, your first appointment is $40. So yeah, you get half price with my name, Nicole, at Recovery Delivered. What is the name of the medication that is used with the subs? Oh, I mean, I don't know what is used with. I'm on Suboxone. I don't know what else is used with subs. Now you guys know I'm also a meth addict as well, and a lot of people always ask me like, is there medication for meth addiction? We talked about this the other night. Oh, my leg is cramping, you guys. We talked about this the other night. I was reading an article to you guys about meth addiction MAT treatment. And I was telling you guys that they're trying out now bupropion and naltrexone. Bupropion is Wellbutrin, and then naltrexone is Vivitrol, or you can get it in a pill too. Naltrexone is supposed to help with like cravings and stuff. So that's what they've been using on people that struggle with meth addiction, is bupropion and naltrexone together. Oh, you did, Michael? That's awesome. How are you doing? Have you started yet? Did you go through the MAT program that I talk about, Recovery Delivered, or did you go through a different one? Here, hold on. I'll put Recovery Delivered in the comment section for y'all. Hold on. Recovery Delivered. Boop. www.recoverydelivered.com. Nicole. Like I said, if you tell them Nicole sent you, to give you 50% off your first appointment. Yeah, you did? Awesome. Recovery Delivers the shit. If you have any issues or you need to get a hold, if you ever have a problem, just ask anybody around. You just message me, okay? The other day, one of our patients that follows me, he couldn't get a hold of his provider, and so he messaged me, and then 5 minutes later, he's like, you deserve a raise. And I'm like, it's all good, you guys. I just worked really, really hard, because I want to make sure you guys get taken care of. You know, if I'm going to put my name behind something, then I want it to be a good product. I want it to be a good program, you know? So I'm not just going to fucking represent just any shit fucking program. You know, that's why it's taken me years to get into this kind of stuff and do this kind of stuff. So I only talk about a couple of programs: Recovery Delivered, Ocean Rock Health, which is on an outpatient therapy program. And then also, you know, I talk about Dopamine Brain Food and Dr. B. Those are my four things that I talk about that I think are really good, and I don't fuck with nobody else, you know? Now, I'm sure I could probably make a lot of money talking about a bunch of programs, but then I feel like it would be overly saturated and it would come across as less authentic. And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be just about the money. Although I do need more money. But anyway, you know, so is life. We all need more money, right? More money, more problems, honey. More money, more problems. I'm just really scared that if I let myself dwell the fact that I lost my dad, I'm scared of what. Yeah, don't dwell on it, baby. You can't dwell on it. You know, you got to heal. I came on here and said addiction is a choice. Oh, got told me off in every nice way. You said I was at someone else. I said, hold on a second. Let me read what you're saying, Chris. I can. Hey, Chris, I remember you, sweetheart. Chris says, hold on, let me see what you said. I came on here and said addiction is a choice. You told me off in a very nice way. You said I was mad at someone, and I stand on what I said in a totally different way listening to you. You was right. You changed my outlook. I'm looking at myself. I'm not an addict. I did every drug, but just don't get the hype. You really got through to me. I'm mad because my sister died of drugs, and my ex that is on drugs has my child, and I've been fighting for 2 years. Thank you for making me look at me. Oh, Chris. Damn. Gonna make me cry. Shit. Gonna make me cry on here now. Chris, for those of you guys that don't know, a couple days ago, Chris came on and we had a little back and forth. And just so you know, Chris, that was a moment for me because normally I will cuss folks out. But I've been really, really trying to pause whenever somebody says something to me that triggers me in the comment section. I've been really trying to pause and give people an opportunity and think about it from their perspective. And so that day, you caught me on a good day because I was like, Nicole, pause. This man is hurting. There's a reason why he's saying this in the comment section. It's not because of you. Because I am only human. You know, and when you guys come at me and you're nasty or negative or just kind of hostile, I can feel it through your texts. Because be real, you're not talking to me. I'm having to read it through text. When you're conveying to me through text, like with all exclamation points or capital letters and stuff like that, for me, I want to defend myself and I want to cuss your ass out. You know what I mean? Chris Rose. But I've been really working hard on that and like trying to give people an opportunity and like see their perspective. You know what I mean? And so when you came in the chat and you were talking about it being a choice, I just knew it deep in my heart. I felt it with everything in me that you had been hurt by somebody that struggled with substance use. And I was right. So anyway, thank you for saying that, Chris. I love you and I'm glad you're part of the family now. So get in where you fit in, you know, we're all just humans having an experience, you guys. And this social media is so broad and so there's so many people on social media that you don't know their intentions, right? That are lying and that are cheating, that are being dishonest, that are not really serious about their sobriety. And so as a person who's watching me, you're probably going through and scrolling and seeing all these different kinds of like people, right? And so it can be a lot. It's overstimulating, and you're also having to decipher, like, is this person genuine? Does she really care about people, helping people? Is she just saying these things? And so I get it. And like I said, I know that I am not everybody's cup of tea, and I also know that I do rub men. I get up underneath men's skin because I'm a strong woman and I speak out, right? Some guys, I've noticed this in my social media journey. Sorry, my son's he's gaming. Some men I've noticed in my social media journey, they do not like a strong woman who's sure about herself. And so sometimes guys will come in and they'll just be giving me the 1-2 punch just because I'm a woman and they don't want to hear what I have to say. You know what I mean? So thanks for giving me a chance, okay? I really appreciate it. And I really, really do. I really do actually care about helping people. And it's very important to me. And it helps me so much. If any males need a program in Alabama or want to come here, we have a place for you. It's a great place. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were saying something else. I was a nurse for 46 years and worked in mental health. I was shocked how many nurses became addicted. Oh, yeah, Pam. Oh, yeah. very close contact to drugs and stuff, a lot of nurses struggle with substance use. Also, I believe a lot of nurses become drug addicts because of the stress of their job. So I believe if you want to become a medical professional, you should have to pass a mental health, like there should be some kind of test that tests you mental health wise before you can become a nurse, a doctor, an EMT, a therapist, a counselor, any of those things. Because as you can see, people who are nurses, they become stressed out, they become overwhelmed, they're overworked and all that, and then they reach for substances. And so if they were like maybe vetted more and like tested more mental health wise, that might not happen as much, I believe, you know? You can send me a message here on Facebook, or you can text my number. It's 949-410-5628. Sorry, guys. Afraid I will regret making my daughter leave my house while she is high. I'm afraid I will regret this. Can you tell me as a parent if this is the right move? Oh, Darcy. Y'all see that, y'all? Darcy wants to know if it's the right decision to kick her daughter out because her daughter's been getting high. So first of all, Darcy, there's a lot of like nuances to the situation, okay? Have you been setting healthy boundaries with your daughter in the past? Is this a situation where she has been constantly breaking the 949? I typed it up there, 949-410-5628. Is this a situation where your daughter has been repeatedly disobeying your rules? If that's the case, and you have set these boundaries with your daughter in the past, and she is repeatedly disobeying and breaking the rules of your house, then having her leave the house is expected, right? If this is something that is not clear, right, and you have been allowing these things to happen, maybe enabling certain behaviors, then what I think would be the smart thing to do would be to sit down, have a conversation, lay out these boundaries and these rules, and then then the next opportunity, if this happens again, then she has to leave, right? So if there hasn't been a clear boundary and a clear conversation about those boundaries, and she's just fucked up at your house right now, I would monitor her, make sure she's safe, and in the morning when she sobers up, have a clear conversation about the boundaries and the expectations as a parent, and then go from there. But if you have already done that and she is fucked up and you have set that boundary and she is breaking the rule and you are uncomfortable and you do not want her in your home and do not trust her in your house, then asking her to leave is the least. I mean, what does she expect you to do? You know, can't be fucked up at mom and dad's house. I mean, that was one of like the baseline rules with my mom and dad. If I was fucked up, I couldn't be there. And so I got kicked out. I got kicked out really quickly, actually. I graduated high school in 2000, in the year 2000. And I think by 2001, I was living on my own, like living with other people. Okay, bye, Amanda. Love you, girl. I was in my own self-consumed self and had hate for the world before you. I'm an open mind. Thank God. You changed my life. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate you, Chris. Love you, man. And it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You just got to keep doing what you got to do for your family and do the right thing, Chris. And keep fighting for your kids, you know, and just keep putting one foot in front of the other. That's all you can do. Addiction sucks. And it hurts everybody that is involved. You know, a lot of times as addicts, as the drug user, we think that we don't hurt anyone. We think we're selfish. We think the only person we're hurting is ourselves. And that's a lie from the pit of hell. Okay, yes, it's me. Whoever just texted me. Yes, this is my phone. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Whenever we are using substances and we have people who care about us and love us, we are hurting them. It is hurting them. Okay? And so you're lying to yourself thinking that you're not hurting your family. Okay? If you think you're not hurting your family because you're high at the house and you're safe underneath their roof, it is tearing your family apart. to see you fucked up like that. It is tearing your mom apart. I'm not going to say anybody's name, but he knows who I'm talking to. He's in this room right now. It is tearing your mom apart that you're still struggling with using. And your mom is praying for you every single day that you will get sober. My mom and dad, my mom would pray for me every single day and every single night. Every time I came to her house, she would pray over me. I mean, she was never not praying over me, you know? And so for us to think that we're not hurting our families, it's just like, I think it's a coping mechanism for us to not feel, you know, because we know that we're doing wrong, you know. Nobody's so detached from reality to actually think that they're not hurting their families. You know, it's just a way for us to not have to deal with it because we don't want to face it. We don't want to face the reality that we are actively harming our families. That's the rule, but it keeps happening. She is 32. She got kicked out of her apartment and then moved in with us with a known rule she could not use. We have zero support here where I live. Thank you. Okay, Darcy, then I think that you know the answer. I think you know the answer to your question, but just to be clear, then it's time for her to go. She's 32 years old. She's not a baby anymore, and she knows that your expectation is for her not to be using underneath your roof. Now, I would let her know I love you. I care about you. When you decide that you're not going to do this and you want to be here at the house with us and you want to make an active part in your sobriety and trying to stay sober, then I will be here to support you in every way possible. But for right now, you have to go. And if that means she has to sleep out on the front porch because she's too scared to go anywhere else, then so be it. But I'll just tell you this, Darcy. Us drug addicts and alcoholics, we are very resourceful. Your baby girl will have a house to go sleep in 15 minutes probably. Because anytime my mom and dad kicked me out and shit like that, I was surfing on somebody's couch less than 5 minutes later. Shoot, I was having steak dinner over at somebody's house in 10 minutes after that. You know what I mean? So, and no, it's scary and it hurts to have to be like that and to set those kind of boundaries. But when we have family members that constantly rescue us from our situation, it doesn't teach us anything, you know, and sometimes we have to have consequences to learn. David says, I need advice on how to better understand and communicate with my wife who is a recovering addict. She is currently in a safe program in Texas jail, but will be out in August. Okay. I myself am not an addict nor an alcoholic, and I'm trying to take classes or anything I can do to better to understand what she is going through, what she will go through, and any advice will help. So she's in jail. She'll be out in August. Oh, that's okay. Great. Well, first of all, oh gosh, jail sucks. I've been there, done that, went to prison, all that good stuff. So when she comes out of jail, she's going to need support, right? And so for women, it's a little bit different when, you know, you're a great husband for wanting to help her and be supportive to her. You know, she's going to need other women in her life that are going to support her on her recovery journey. The number one thing that I would get your wife set up with when she comes out of the joint is therapy. I would be online trying to find an addiction specialist that's a woman that specializes in whatever she struggles with, alcohol or drug use, you know. Family and marriage therapy counseling for the both of you guys to do together, and then one-on-one therapy for herself. You know, when she comes out, she's going to be struggling to get back to be feeling normal again, and it's going to be really triggering for her because when she comes out, she's going to have overwhelming feelings that I need to escape the way I'm feeling. This doesn't feel good. I don't like the way I feel. And so having alcohol in the house, not a good idea. It needs to be removed from the house. Anything that could be like triggering for her to use, I would just take it all out. That way when she comes out, she has a fresh start and lots of support. So the therapy for both of you guys to get together, and then one-on-one therapy. Then also, what has really helped me is like, I've been thinking about doing this. I want to put together a walking club. Okay? And so I want to put together a walking club for women in Little Rock for us all to meet. Like, I have a really nice walking trail around my apartment building, for us all to meet here at the walking trail and then go walking together. So like activities with other women that are healthy that will help her. I don't know if she's into like playing softball. I loved playing fast pitch softball when I was younger. Softball, or getting her nails done, or hair, or dancing, but like healthy hobbies that will help her to disconnect from the unhealthy things that she was doing that landed her in the position that she's in now. You know what I mean? It's really hard for a woman to like talk to guys about our woman stuff. And so that's why I think it's really important for her to have other girlfriends that are supportive of her sober journey and staying on the right path. But when she gets out, if she wants to reach out to me, and be a little part of our community, y'all are more than welcome to. And if any of you guys, she loves the outdoors. Okay. That's great. Yes. Like, and there's all kinds of stuff like this in bigger cities. Here where I live, there's probably a walking club already, but like, I think it's just cool to like start it with people, you know. So like when she comes out, if her and her girlfriends want to start a little like exercise club together, going to the gym together, hiking together, that was something that I wish I had really, really done when I first got sober, because it would have helped me, because she's going to struggle with like the weight that we gain when we're in recovery. That's another thing that really bothers us women. Another thing that really bothers us women is sometimes either our husbands want to be very intimate, or they don't want to be intimate and we want to be intimate. So then there's this like intimacy pool back and forth in recovery, where you're trying to learn to be comfortable with your body in sobriety, and then you're also trying to be pleasurable to your partner. I talk about that here on my channel as well. Me and my husband went through a really tough time in our recovery journey together, learning to be intimate with each other in recovery, because the only time that we were really ever intimate before was when we were getting really high, you know. And so when we got sober together, we had to learn how to navigate those different experiences together. And also I had to learn how to navigate like my new body, and I felt very insecure. That's another thing that a lot of women struggle with in their early recovery, is insecurity, body insecurity. And a way that you can be supportive as a husband or boyfriend or lover or best friend is by supporting them and always reassuring them that they're beautiful just the way they are, and no matter what, you'll always be there to support them. You know, I gained over 100 pounds in my sobriety journey, and you would have never known it by the way my husband treated me. He treated me so amazing. And now that I've lost 75 pounds, he's still just as proud of me as if I had gained 100. You know what I mean? And so I never have had to worry about whether or not my husband was attracted to me. And so that also took a lot of pressure off of me as a woman, because that's something that us women think about a lot. So if you want to talk one-on-one more about anything, you guys, and y'all have questions, y'all can always text me. Like I said, my phone number is 949-410-5628. I don't charge, you know, for you to text my phone. I know some people do that. If you ever want to like make a donation or send me a little tip or something, y'all can do it here on Facebook. There's stars and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't mind if you text me and ask questions. No big deal. Is there there's a ghost? Oh my God, Josh, what happened? Tried to kill myself yesterday. Almost died. Not doing that again. What? Josh, are you serious? What happened? Jail does suck. It really does. No problem, man. No problem, David. Yeah, like I said, if you want to talk more about it, if there's more specifics, because I know we're on a live, it's kind of weird, you can just text my cell. No problem. And you guys, just so y'all know, like I said, my husband's right here. He's sleeping, snoring his little ass off right there beside me. My husband knows. A lot of people always ask me, like, is your husband okay with that? My husband knows. I give my phone number out to people all the time to help people. There's no funny business going on here. I'm not trying, like, I'm very, like, what you see is what you get. Like, I really do just want to try to help people. I'm not a medical professional, you guys. I'm just a girl in recovery. I have been helping people doing like recovery coaching and this online recovery help since 2017, 2018. But like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm just a person who's sharing things that have helped me and worked for me on my journey. So take that with a grain of salt, you know, proceed at your own risk. Okay. But yeah, I try to do the best I can to help people. I really do. Yeah, he's always snoring. Oh, Josh. Y'all, I'm sorry if that offended anybody. Josh, no offense to you, my guy, but you just took it there. We had to let you go. I went ahead and blocked your account, and I apologize. I don't know if you were trying to really share that because you were trying to be honest, or if you were just sharing that to be a troll. But like, this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about, you guys. Like, we're over here having a conversation about like really trying to help people, and then we got some guy talking about jacking off with a belt around his neck. Like, come on, guys. Come on, is it that, you know, like, are you that hard up that you just gotta say some weird ass shit like that? Like, that's just, come on. Come on. You know, but, woosah. Obviously, you're going through something if you felt like that was remotely acceptable to be typed in the chat. Do you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I have to remind myself, either you are just so far removed from society, you don't know how to act in a damn chat, or you're a child typing inappropriate things and your parents need to take your phone from you. And you guys have no idea. That's not the worst thing that's been typed in the chat before when I've been live. That's crazy. People, I swear. But anyways, yeah, I hope that sharing the things that I shared with you guys this evening were helpful in some way. Like I said, I'm going to make a post after this, and ask you guys what you guys want to discuss in our next stream. I really want to make live streams that are helping you, I really want to make streams that you can access and come back to, and that they can, like, I want to make streams for people who have loved ones that are struggling with addiction, things that will help you. I want to make live streams for people that are currently struggling with addiction, for things that will help you. I want to make live streams for people that are in recovery, tips and tricks on how to stay sober and things that help me on my journey that will help you. And so I'm working really, really hard to try and make content that you guys can use and that will benefit you. I want my content to benefit your life. I don't want it to just be brain rot, okay? So when you come here, I want you to actually learn something and grow and be a better person because of it. So, yeah, that's my goal. That's my goal with my Facebook account, is to affect and impact people's lives in a positive way and to help you change your life any way that I can. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm just a person who's working on changing my life and being better too. But we can work and we can change our lives and be better together, you know? And that's the difference, is that what has helped me on my journey is that I've had all of you guys to help me on my journey, staying sober, to help me be a better person, you know? Can I tell you what, Aaron? And it's the truth. Having this outlet, being able to make videos and talk to people. Who you recommended for you? You said, oh, Dr. B. I work for Dr. B. Dr. B is an addiction specialist who practices in Orange County, California. He actually specializes in benzodiazepines and opioid addiction, helping people that struggle with opiates and benzos, and also methamphetamine. He's an addiction specialist. He lives in Orange County, California. His practice is in Orange County, California. Hey, thanks, David. I appreciate that. And then I also talked about Recovery Delivered. Recovery Delivered is an online telehealth program. They do GLP-1 medications and MAT medication. So MAT is for opiate use disorder, and GLP-1s are for weight loss and diabetes. And that's Recovery Delivered. Then I also talked about another program called Groups Recover Together. Groups Recover Together is an online outpatient style program that does MAT treatment as well as outpatient treatment online. And then I talked about Ocean Rock Health, which is also an outpatient program that does outpatient therapy online. But yeah, online. So if y'all ever have questions, or whatever state you're in, if you have a question and you're trying to find a resource in your state, just DM me the state and what resource you're looking for, and I'll send you a link to it. Okay? Okie dokie. All right. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope y'all have a great night. I really enjoyed hanging out with y'all this evening. Peace. Serenity to me is peace. Having peace within. Recovery Delivered. Recovery Delivered. It's www.recoverydelivered.com. Oh, methamphetamine? Yeah, basically what you have to do is you just got to tell him, this is what we need to do. You got to make a change. If you don't want to make a change, then I love you, but I can't be supporting that, you know? And if that means you might have to separate from him for a while for him to make the change, because sometimes we need a wake-up call. And that wake-up call could be you separating and him hitting rock bottom, you know? Connection is the answer. 100%. 100%. Okay, guys. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow, okay? I hope y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for everyone's support. And like I said, I really appreciate you guys for supporting my journey. Thank you for being a part of my recovery. All right? All right. Good night, you guys.